Hey there, Paul here. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm not talking about some song or some show or some movie I think I know about. I am talking about a toy, one of the greatest toys of the 1970s, at least in my book. I'm talking about the SSP. That's right, the Supersonic Power Toy Cars made by Kenner. These came out in 1970 and they made them all the way up through 1979. Then they licensed them, and I think a couple of different companies made them into the 80s. But these were the originals, and I want to show you a couple of favorites that I have. This is Blue Monday. This was one of the first ones that I had, and I had always wanted to see if I could get it back again now that I'm adult. When I was a kid, I busted it up, lost it, who knows. I probably hadn't, forgot about it when I turned, 18 or something, but I always wanted one, and my wife was able to find one for me and under the Christmas tree a couple years ago. And I got this, and yes, it has the ripcord. Now, supersonic power cars, what they do is they have got one center gyro wheel, and what you do is you put the ripcord in the top as such, and then you pull it. And this was one of the beauties of the SSP. No batteries, you didn't have to plug it in, you didn't have to wind up anything. You pulled the ripcord, and then the harder you pulled it, the faster it was going to go. I kind of felt like, I've got some play in this thing. I can make it do better than it's supposed to. Ultimately, I ended up doing what every other kid does. Probably ended up pulling my original one too hard and smashing it into too many things, jumping over too many potholes, and it ended up broken. But anyway, you pull the ripcord like this, it spins the gyro wheel, and it makes a great engine sound like this. There you go. You set that thing off, and it's going to take off the next week, I'll tell you that. What a lot of people don't know is when the SSPs first came out by Kenner, they were silent. But Kenner realized pretty quickly, you know what? If we put a little clicker in there, you're going to get a good engine sound. And that's exactly what they did, and that's exactly what they got. So there were actually 9 models, or 9 versions, I should say, of the Blue Monday, and not all of them were blue. This one is a green tint to it, but there was a whole lot of SSPs. I have got another one here. This one's called the Drag King, and this came out in 1975. Another classic design. Another thing about the SSPs, when they originally came out, they were silent. Then they quickly added the motor sound, but also they were all one color. They were like one tone. But then in the mid-70s, Kenner, said, we could make this a little flashier. This is catching on. We could do something with this. So they started adding the fake chrome. This one has a fake chrome motor on it, and a little see-through cockpit for the driver, and more chrome on the wheels. Some of the other designs had graphics on them, and they really looked good. They really went fast, and the beauty, like I said, there were no moving parts on the piece, and that's what really made them. Other than the wheel, that's what I think kind of made them unique. Then, of course, you had the Smash Up Derby set. Oh, boy, that was a big breakthrough. Boom, psh, no pun intended. But the Smash Up Derby set came with 2 cars. It had a ramp, and it had so many pieces on it. When the bumpers hit, the mechanism inside the car shot off all the pieces. You had doors flying, hoods, wheels, different pieces of the car. You know how quickly those things got lost? Real quickly. Yeah, you played with that set one time, you're already down a couple of pieces, is what I'm saying. My wife also got me that set. I have a complete set of the Smash Up Derbies with all original pieces. I can't even play with it once because I know I'm going to lose the pieces. But that was huge. I think you probably remember that commercial. Flash, bang, smash 'em up, crash 'em up again. Smash Up Derby's fun. Remember that? Oh, by the way, I'm going to have a complete 1972 SSP commercial here coming up for you in just a moment if you stick around. Another thing about SSPs, with the wheel and the way it spun and the way it turned, well, if you had long hair, or in my case, if your sister did, it was going to get caught in there. And a lot of times it wasn't easy to get out because that thing would spin and it would just chew up the hair. It was kind of neat when it happened, to be honest. So I guess that's about it. Like I said, I do want to show you the the commercial. This was an original 1972 commercial for not Smash Up Derbies, but the regular SSPs. And again, they came out from 70 to 79, and were just loved. I mean, I couldn't wait to get one. You pull that ripcord, and all of a sudden, you've got a flying missile that can do some real destruction if you aim it right. And I always did. All right, here's the commercial. Hope you enjoy.
I've got a new SSP. So have I.
Okay, let them go. Some of the great SSP racers for 72. Scorpion. Hustlin' Hoss. And there goes Juices Wild and Ramjet. Dig the SSPs for 1972. All with the new howl of power of sonic sound. SSP Scorpion, Hustlin' Horse, Juices Wild, and Ramjet by Kenner, each sold separately.
Good stuff, huh? So there you have it. My salute to the SSP. Please subscribe, like, comment. Did you have an SSP? Which one? You know, they didn't just make cars. Well, I mean, they made other vehicles too. There was like motorcycles. There was the three-wheel one, I think. There was a couple of funky ones. Might have even been some ones that were service-related, you know, police cars and things like that. And the weird thing is they had a couple of real ones, like they had a Barracuda, and then there was a Mustang, and then there was like what you would call fantasy or concept cars. So you had the whole gambit. Kenner knew what they were doing when they started the SSPs. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much.